What is up, YouTube? Today, we're diving into the best AS VAL attachments and calibrations in Delta Force. The AS VAL is a close-range AR available to the Assault class. It is purely meant for raw aggression and a fast time to kill. It fires at 972 rounds per minute and deals 20 damage per shot, which gives it a 242nd millisecond time to kill at its optimal 20 meter range. That makes it one of the fastest killing rifles in the game up close, putting it on par with the SMGs, because that's really essentially what it is. The issue with the AS VAL is the recoil. It kicks hard, has low base firing stability, and the recoil pattern itself is extremely weird. Because of this, you need to be in close quarters to get the most out of it. The build I have for you today is designed to tame that recoil just enough to stay on target while pushing the weapon strengths even further. Today we bumped the magazine size from 15 to 45 rounds, which is a massive improvement given its fire rate. Muzzle velocity is also improved from 330 to 392 meters per second, helping your shots land quicker since the base velocity is very low. We also improve ADS speed, ADS movement speed, and stability, so that you can snap onto enemies fast, strafe effectively, and stay on target without fighting against the screen shake. With this setup, the AS VAL becomes a deadly short-range AR that feels much more like an SMG. It's fast, hits hard, and handles much better than the default version. It's not built for long-range fights, but when used properly, it absolutely melts enemies up close. With all of that said, let's get into the attachments. We begin with an empty AS VAL here, and of course we go from the front to the back, starting off with the barrel, where we put on the only one available that is going to increase our range, our muzzle velocity, which is very important, and our control, because we really need a lot of that. As you can tell, the recoil pattern is a little odd, so you want to control it as much as possible, so let's put this on. We don't really have the ability to put on a muzzle, so let's move on to the upper rail here, where we put on the red laser light combo. This is not only to decrease the ADS times by 50 milliseconds, which is always really good, but you also get increased handling, which helps you hit fire much better, and given that this is meant to be used as an SMG, you'll definitely benefit from higher accuracy, so let's put this on here. Can't really do anything to the left or the right rail that is actually worthwhile, so let's go to the foregrip, where we put on the Secret Order bevel foregrip. The only reason why we want this is because this weird recoil pattern that we have, the hardest part to really control is the horizontal recoil, so this is the best foregrip to tame that horizontal recoil, allowing us to focus much more on the vertical instead of the weird little zigzags that it has back and forth. It also only lowers our handling by 1, so this is kind of perfect. Let's put it on. Next, we don't want to forget to put on the CNET Co charging handle cap. This increases our handling by 1 and there's no downsides, so just put it on. Next, we go for the magazine, where we put on the 45 round mag. This is because our fire rate is so high that 30 rounds just would not be enough. But 45 rounds seems to be perfect, and the decrease in the stats is not that bad. Of course, we want to always make sure to put on the mag assist. For another +1 free handling, don't forget to put that on. And we move on to the optic, where I really enjoy running the panoramic red dot sight. Usually I would only run this if I had a riser or something, but this side rail mount allows us to have the optic already a little bit higher than it normally would be, so you don't get to see any of the extra things obstructing your view. But in the end, this is really all preference. You can choose whichever one you want. I just really enjoy how the panoramic red dot sight looks. Then on the rear grip, we'll go for the AK Heavy Tower Grip to get the new grip mount slot there, where we will be putting on the stable grip base. This makes a huge difference on the weapon because of the amount of handling that we get out of it, making it much easier for you to actually stay on target because your lens won't be bouncing as much. And last but not least, on the stock, we go for the Skeleton Sniper stock. We have already controlled the recoil enough, and of course on the calibration we're going to help it even more. This is purely because of the amount of handling and stability that we get out of it. Stability being extremely important, and it's really an SMG, so the more handling, the better. Now this is the full build without any calibration, so let's look at the details tabs here, where we see that the fall off multiplier has increased by just the +2 meters that we got out of the barrel, but this is not going to change due to calibration, so let's move on to the control, where we can see that this is much better than in the past. We have really diminished the horizontal recoil, which is the one that we mainly care about here with this weapon, to get rid rid of as many of these zigzags as possible, and of course we're going to make it even better. And then our handling, because we have the laser on, this is actually a 252 millisecond ADS speed weapon, which is extremely fast. That's faster than most SMGs, so this is actually really nice. Our ADS movement speed is also going to be upped when we calibrate the weapon, so this is going to be great too. And then let's take a look at the stability here, where you can see that we have a really good breath holding duration, so that means that you can actually hold shift and hold your breath for pretty much the whole magazine. That will diminish your recoil even more, making it much easier to handle. Our lens stability is extremely good, so it won't bounce too much and you'll actually be able to see what you're shooting at, and the only things that are going to be hurt just a little bit are the current movement stability and the breath sway range, both of which are not going to affect you at the ranges that you should use this weapon. So let's move on to the calibration, starting off with the barrel, where we decrease the weight limit all the way down to the minimum for the extra ADS movement speed. This is going to hurt your firing stability, but at the ranges that you should be using this weapon at, this is not going to affect you very much. And then we move the length all the way to the maximum for that extra muzzle velocity. +9 is quite a bit, and that makes sure that we stay at 390 meters per second for the muzzle velocity, which is going to come in very handy when somebody runs from one side to another and you have to follow them. So let's move on to the foregrip now, where we move the weight limit all the way to the maximum and the thickness all the way down to the minimum here. This is for the extra ADS movement speed and the extra control, which is really important, as you can tell here, because this weapon has incredibly weird recoil, and the ADS movement speed because you want to treat this as an SMG. We're decreasing the ADS speed, but we have already helped it a lot with the rest of the attachments. Now for the rear grip, we move the weight limit all the way to the maximum for the extra control, just like before, and the thickness all the way down to the minimum for the extra hipfire aim speed, which is going to help out your ADS speeds. Then for the stock, we move the weight limit all the way to the maximum also for the extra control. We're really trying to stack on control here, and the cheek pad placement all the way down to the minimum for the extra ADS movement speed. We're trying to make this a nice and fast strafing weapon. Last but not least, on the optic here, we move the eye relief all the way down so that you can see more within your optics window. This is the complete build, so let's take a look at the detailed stats to see exactly what we have improved. Our fall off multiplier stays the same, this never changes due to calibration, so let's look at the control, where you can see that our horizontal recoil is extremely minimal now. This is going to make it much easier to actually control your recoil, and our vertical recoil is very minimal too. You really won't feel like that much, up to around 60 meters. Our firing stability is still pretty bad, but that's okay because again, you should not be using this at far ranges. For our handling, you can see that our current ADS speed stays extremely snappy. This is now only 261 milliseconds, which is better than most SMGs, and our current ADS movement speed is very high for being an assault rifle. You'll definitely have a great time using this at very close ranges. Moving on to the stability, you can see that our breath sway range has increased a little bit, but again, it won't affect you at the ranges that you should be using this weapon at. Your current movement stability is still really good also, and it won't affect you that much at the right ranges, and then the rest stays the same. Your current lens stability while firing, your amount of time that you can hold your breath, and how much recoil you actually control by holding your breath are amazing numbers. So just always remember to hold your breath while you shoot. Now that you know the stats and we have dialed in our attachments and calibration, let's hop into the firing range just to see how it handles. I'm not going to be controlling any of the recoil for the weapon here so that you can see what it's like raw. There's a lot of little things going on here, but we don't want to focus on that too much. You're not going to try to remember every single zigzag in the recoil pattern. So all you want to do here is just go down a little bit and pull to the left. That'll help you control it as much as possible, having most of your shots along that line. But now if I hold my breath, you can see it becomes infinitely easier to actually control, making it much more likely that my bullets are going to land within this area here. The AS VAL is the assault class's SMG. It works great as an SMG, and you should use it as such. With the low time to kill and the high fire rate, even if you miss, you will still be able to beat most other weapons at close ranges. Just make sure to not go past 50 or 60 meters. And now that we have the build locked in, let's jump into a match of Ascension to see this setup in action. Enjoy! We are in Ascension. We got the AS VAL. Match already started, but there's not that many players, so it has only been going for maybe a minute or so. Let's see what we can do here with this thing. This is not the best map for this gun, but we'll make it work. Oh yeah, here we go. This is pretty much an SMG that you can actually use on the assault class. It's really what you can think of it as. This is not really an AR. Hello? What are you doing there? See you too. We got 45 rounds, so you really gotta be careful. You wanna not miss like I just did. As you can tell, because this thing is really meant to be pretty much an SMG that you can use on your assault class, you really don't want to be going for anyone further than maybe even 50 meters. It's just very, very hard to actually hit shots after that. And that's with all of... Ooh, hold on. I'm about to die here. That's even with all of the control that we put on this thing. Just kind of crazy to say. Let's go, Mr. Bill. There we go. I cannot believe they were right there. Oh, no. Gotta get closer to this guy. This is pretty much as far as we would really like to go, and he is really zigzagging a lot here. He's not gonna kill me, though. This guy might, though. Oh, man. That distance right there, 72 meters, is pretty much as far as you ever really want to take it. And even that is hard. That's a teammate. Whoa. Didn't think she would just run there. Kinda what? Oh, hello. I'm getting out of that. Too many vehicles. Can't really do anything about them right now, sadly. I'm gonna die here. This is blocking my way. There we go. Yes, I'm alive. Okay. Now we can move. Almost got me. Almost got me. Almost got me too. I don't like... Oh. What? How am I alive? Oh, okay. Another one had to come. I saw the scout. There she is. Didn't think she would pop back out after seeing me like that. I know she definitely... Yeah, there we go. I got the respawn beacon. I heard her place it down. Don't like that smoke. I guess it's useful for me. They're gonna have a harder time seeing me. This guy actually just walked into my bullets. Oh, he sees me. Or not? Who's shooting at me from behind? Maybe it was that guy. Hold on. Let me keep running. Keep running away for a second here. Is that guy still chasing me? Well, this is somebody else, I think. We do only have 45 rounds, so I do have to reload quite a bit. Oh, that's so bad. That's actually way too many of them. Let's get up on top of the hill. This gun is going to be really good around here. Because we are in a pretty short range. And the 45 rounds is only an issue because our fire rate is so fast. If it wasn't this fast, it really wouldn't be such a big problem. I'm just trying to show you here how bad the muzzle velocity and everything is on this gun. You really shouldn't just be going for... Okay. That's what I get for messing around, man. I should have just shot her. Wait. How did that not blow up? And how did I get hurt even though it was behind it? I didn't even know that was the thing. Now, to put some numbers to it, to the time to kill, the fire rate, the damage, we do have 972 rounds per minute, which is why this gun is really good at shorter ranges. And we are doing 20 damage per shot. That means 5 shots to kill, and at that many rounds per minute, we actually have a really, really good time to kill. Oh, hold on. Back up, back up, back up. He already knows I'm there. He's already aiming. He's gonna kill me if I show up again. Don't want to get greedy now. Gotta come around here. Yeah, and having a 247 millisecond time to kill is so good. And this guy's a god. Shot me in the head like 3 times in a row. That's insane. That time to kill of 247 milliseconds is really only at 22 meters. It's not very far. And that's exactly why you want to keep this thing as a very, very short range weapon. It's really just an SMG. You thought you couldn't use SMGs as an assault class? Well, you can, and it's pretty much this one. Oh man, behind too. Wait, teammate saved me? Ooh, that is way too many of them on the right here. Got him. The hip fire is so good on this one too. I thought that was a live person. I don't know how I'm alive, actually. You know what? Let's sneak around a little bit. They'll never know. Alright, now I sit right up here. Wait, actually, can I go over here? No, I can't. I'm gonna sit up there. Whoa! Why was there already someone here? That's crazy. Just sit right up here. They'll never know. Take off my laser. Here we are. Look at that. I'm so hidden. They have no idea. 4 seconds. Okay, back up to the left here. Okay. Is the beauty of having a silencer too. They're definitely gonna have a very hard time figuring out that I'm here. Oh. Yes, I got him. That's so many kills already. Hold on, I'm dead. There is a tank coming in through this side. Throw that in there. Hurt them a little bit. Hopefully my team. Yeah. Good job, team. Do I hear? Oh, my goodness. Ole. Like, what the hell was that? For some reason, I always... Ooh. I think that's the guy with the SG552 that's actually really good. I think he's killed me like 5 times. Not gonna let him this time. Oh, that's bad. I gotta reload. Hold on. Why did she just push all the way over here? He's still there. That sucks. How am I alive though? He's still... Yeah, he was still there. It's actually crazy. There we go. Got him good. This is where the AS VAL is really a winner. We're talking pretty much SMGs, better time to kills than some SMGs actually. Very little recoil for this type of range. Great stability. Everything's just great. I'm gonna die here from behind by the vehicle. Somehow I'm not dead yet. Let me keep running. Let me go. How am I alive? That is crazy. Let's see. This is a perfect point for the AS VAL, so let's put it to work. Okay, never mind. My teammates got it. I hear someone to the left over here in the tunnels. There's gotta be somebody around here. Yep. There you are. She thought that she was gonna blind me there. I can jump too. I can jump too. You don't expect that, do you? Yeah, that's right. Okay, hold up. Let me use my ultimate here. They definitely have to have some spawn beacons around here. I mean, that was 2 recons. What are the odds they didn't leave a single spawn beacon? Wow. It's kind of wild, actually. When you're on the defense side, it's really okay to redeploy a lot more than you would expect. Because there's no tickets for you. It's only for the attackers. So you're fine. Let's get to C2. The tunnels are great for this weapon. Whoa. That's dangerous. Somehow I got someone. That's good. Got you too. Okay, this is one of the issues with the amount of control that you can really maximize this weapon to have. You can't really get people who are head glitching. Not very well, not very efficiently. Not sure if there's actually somebody. Yeah, there is. I saw a little laser and it was really just my team aiming that way, so I had a feeling there would be someone. There we go. Good, good. Those purple lasers are visible at such a crazy range. That's why I don't like to use them very much. How far can I get up here? Guess this is as far as I really get. Let's turn off my laser. They'll never expect it. Because I'm not shooting at these people. That's why they don't expect it. This is why. Okay, now I gotta wait till I can see again. There's so many of them. Oh my goodness, look at this. Now, I'm gonna start killing them one at a time from behind, right? That just went horribly. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just throw this out right there. That's usually a lot of people that walk through. Just hurt some people. What? I could have sworn that shot. You know what? A couple people are going to be here. 100%. There we go. Swan 2. Hold up. Let's get behind us. Might be able to survive here. Let's see. Still behind that. There we go. There's another one right there. I know that guy has an M250, which is really dangerous, yeah. One more shot, I would have died. The M250 is just so good. AS VAL's really good too, I just have to actually hit my shots. Okay. Never mind. Alright, let's go to the left-hand side now. The right side didn't do me too well, so let's stick to here. Where I can see how everybody just seems to be in the same area, which is really nice for the AS VAL. Right here. Let's shoot around the same area. Okay. There we go. Got a couple of them. Good. Really nice, actually. And I am seen. Let's go back to the same area. We got a lot of kills here, so that was good. I want to get behind them a little bit. There we go. Perfect. 40 meters. Not too bad. I am... Whoa, what just happened to me? My latency says it's 19, and that I have no packet loss, but that's obviously a lie. That was wild. Maybe we're back in the Modern Warfare 2 days. Somebody's using a lag switch here or something. That's what I'm gonna blame it on. 40 meters once again. Really easy at 40 meters. Whoa. Yes, and I got the vehicle. Oh man, that couldn't have gone any better. Maybe it does if I kill him. Oh my god, yes. That really could not have gone any better. I have my ultimate still, so let's use it. Hopefully there's somebody around here that I can kill real quick. There we go. 51 meters. As you saw, kind of hard to control. There we go. Who else is here? That's not who I wanted. I thought that was an enemy right there. Hold on. Got my ultimate, which is really nice. Stick to right behind him here. What is happening? Every time that I aim at, like, this area, I, like, lose my packets. My packets start dropping or something. Still got my ultimate. 14 seconds left. Maybe I can... Whoa. Yeah, I'm not liking this packet loss. I don't know what's going on. If somebody has encountered that, please let me know if that's like a driver's issue or something. That was crazy. Maybe it's the server. I'm gonna throw some more of this out right there just in case. I keep seeing people around that area. Is that Jed? Jeff? No, never mind. Jeff? No, it was Jeb. Yeah, that's the one that has killed me a couple times. Try to stick to behind him. Behind him is where you want to be with a weapon like this. Get that real quick. I'm gonna take off my laser. We have such great handling that it's not really necessary to have the laser, it's just always better. Especially for the hip-fire ability of the weapon. Turn it back on now that we're not there anymore. Here we go. Good, good, good. Now they are capturing D1, so I am gonna have to... Oh no, worst timing ever. I was about to get behind cover to use my guided missile. Hold on. I'm around here. What? Oh, my teammate already put out the guided missile. 6 seconds. Vehicle. That guy was just standing there. That's good, though. I still expanded my ultimate. Or extended it, I should say. Whoa. Ah, that was the helicopter. I wish I could do something about that one. Let's capture C2 right back. And then I have the guided missile available. Just going to be amazing in this section. After the Spire drops, having a guided missile, it's really good. She's still there. I should be able to get her now. No way that she... Yep, there we go. Good. Hopefully she did not put a respawn beacon there. Let's see. Yeah, she did. She's still gonna spawn on it? No? Okay, you gotta wait it out just for a second. Because every once in a while, they do respawn on the same beacon that you just destroyed, which is kind of wild. I hate it when it happens. Let's reload. Get this person first, maybe? Yep. No way. I jumped for half a second, and she got me. That was insane. That was very good. I applaud you for that one. And your mom last... No, okay. I'm gonna put out my guided missile soon enough. What is happening? I need to put out this guided missile. Or my teammate already put out a guided missile, so maybe I don't do it right now. Gotta wait a little bit longer. Oh, I see you, finally. I see someone. No. Okay, you know what? We both just missed. We both suck. I am alive somehow, though, so I'm better. There we go. That guided missile. Everybody's using the guided missile before I can. Is that another guided missile? What is happening right now? Hello. Give me that. It was another guided missile. Oh my god, teammates. No, stop it. So many of you. Let me use mine, please. Let's see, let's see. Yep, they're around here, so let me use mine now. No way! Oh my god. He missed. He didn't hit anybody with it. Good. Put it right... I'm gonna wait a second. I'm gonna put it right here. Let's do that. Finally, it's my turn. Hopefully it's a good one. Let's see. I hope I do well with it. I usually suck with guided missiles, and in a match like this, it's kind of crazy. Come on, let's go. Give me a couple kills. Let's go, yes! I've done it. I've gotten kills. That's right, there we go. That's the AS VAL. Really fun gun. Really fun match here. It lasted forever though. That was 42 minutes. That was crazy. We did get 105 kills on the AS VAL, which is basically an SMG. That's what you can think of it as. So let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this AS VAL, if you would change anything about it, and I will see you on the next one. I will out.